All right, welcome into today's video. We're here to talk about MMAT, MMTLP, and the CPI data for tomorrow. So let's get into that. And let's go over a couple of the headlines that is out there for the CPI data for tomorrow. So Yahoo Finance has inflation. White House expects June CPI to be highly elevated. So here we can see Yahoo's Finance Acres break down inflation. White House expects June CPI to be highly elevated. So here you can see a lot of anticipation ahead of the CPI print we're going to get tomorrow morning. Again, as a reminder, we got 8.6 on a year-over-year basis in the month of May. The street's expectations on Bloomberg consensus is 8.8 on a year-over-year basis, which means the street is expecting that number to continue to go up. And that falls in line with what we heard from the White House, where we got commentary from Press Secretary Jean-Pierre yesterday saying they expect the headline number to remain elevated, was the language that they used. So this is quickly becoming a political issue. So I'm not going to get into too much more of that. But here you got on this article here, this is from the Investors Business Daily, and they're saying the CPI inflation rate may hit 9%. Dow Jones rally stalls. So I don't know. We got here where they're saying the CPI inflation rate is seen hitting 8.8 through Deutsche Bank, and economists are predicting 9%. The hot inflation data will compel the Federal Reserve to keep aggressively tight monetary policy and pressuring stocks. So very interesting here on the CPI data, guys. We were 8.6 last month, 8.8, 9%. With that going up again, that could force another 75-point rate hike, maybe even a 1%. Now, we do know this is going to be kind of a month behind because we have been seeing gas coming down, which is kind of good. I think a lot of prices are actually been coming down. And we got this chart here. This is for the where inflation is and isn't. And this is a 12-month change in price. And this chart here is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics data as of May. So we're going to get hopefully the June updated one tomorrow. But for the month of May, you can see gasoline was up 48%, airfare up 37%, transportation up 19%, hotel rooms 19%, household energy up 19%, used vehicles 16%, food at home almost 12%. Pet products, 8%. Overall inflation was 8.6. That's the average there of all these. So just keep in mind that if it comes in higher than 8.6, they're projecting 8.8. I do see the market probably taking a small dip. If it hits over 9, I see probably a huge dip coming tomorrow. And if it hits 10, we're definitely going to be seeing a really bad market. So let's not hope we don't see a 10. They're expecting 8.8, but if it hits a 9, it could spook the market a little bit. We know this market is very sensitive, so there could be a huge sell-off and probably shorting of stocks if it's over that 8.8 and it hits it. If there's a 9 in front of it, that could definitely change the market tone. But I wanted to show you here, currently looking at the futures actually for tomorrow, and it's kind of interesting. S&P futures up 4 points. The Dow futures are up 29 points. NASDAQ futures up 23 points, and the Russell is up almost 2 points. So very interesting. So I don't know if it's going to be one of those where it's green in the pre-market, and as soon as the CPI data hits, boom, everything drops. So it's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts tomorrow once that information is out there. So let's get into MMAT here. We had a very interesting price drop today. That's right. We literally went from $1.01 down here to 94 cents around 10:40 a.m. We opened at $1.01. We hit a high of $1.01, and our low was 94 cents. And yes, that was a 52-week low. 94 cents, 52-week low. And it shows here our 52-week high now is $6.55. So not looking too good, guys. This market is just destroying everything. As we see here, we ended the regular trading hours at $1, and we ended the after hours at 99 cents, basically. Now average volume was actually really good. Almost 6.3 million is average volume. We traded almost 9.2 million volume, so we had over about 3 million in volume extra compared to what it usually is. But I think that might have been a lot of probably selling pressure volume, probably a lot of shorting volume going on there. Maybe there was some buy the dip going on. So let's go take a look at MMTLP. MMTLP, there's something interesting here because OTC doesn't show after hours trading, but technically there isn't no after hours trading. So I want to show you this. So this is Yahoo Finance, and you never see where there's an after hours trading, but something happened today with MMTLP, and I found it very interesting. So we'll see how it trades tomorrow and reflects this interesting 1 minute after the hour trade. So maybe there was a delay. So it shows we were down 2% today at $1.91, down 4 cents. No big deal. So we closed at $1.95 yesterday. Today we opened at $2, ended at $1.91. Our average volume for MMTLP is 326,000 shares, and we traded almost 202,000. Now, what I want to show you here is, you can see, we opened here at $2. We hit down here at $1.88. But after hours, we were sitting here at this $1.91 basically. But after hours, it shows here at 4:01, we spike up to $1.98. But there is no after hours trading in the OTC market. So was this like a late buy that came in and got delayed a minute? Because it shows there 4:01, $1.98. Now, if we go from the $1.95, yeah, here it is, previous close, we opened at $1.95. So if we go right here from the $1.95 at the previous close of the previous day and take it up to the after hours of 1 minute after price, we are up 3 cents, actually up 1.54%. So it's kind of a little misleading when you see that, but then you go over here to Google and it shows this big candle after hours in a sense of someone buying up some shares. So very interesting. Just wanted to point that out. We'll see how it all plays out when it's all said and done. All right, so going over here, as you know, crude oil took a big hit today. WTI crude down to $96. Brent crude just shy of $100 at $99.84. And natural gas sitting at $6 and almost 30 cents. So $6.29 on natural gas. As we know, oil's been running pretty hot. But this last month, oil's been coming down pretty significant. There's a lot of bank analysts out there projecting anywhere from $150 to, I think it was JP Morgan, like $300 and plus dollars. So we're going to see what happens here. Oil prices, we covered in yesterday's video that Oasis went by the 12-month, first day of the month average price. I am going to work on getting that and come out with a separate video for that. All right, and the last thing I wanted to touch base on here is the short interest. Short interest days to cover is 6.86 days, so a little over a week. If we go down here and take a look, next. Now, short shares that are available at this brokerage, there's a ton, 3.5 million. We are definitely not used to seeing that many. Now, here's something interesting. 15 hours ago, guys, there was only 100,000 shares. And someone returned a boatload of shares. So I'm thinking someone had a short position. This dropped down below $1. And probably someone just said, I'm covering my borrowed shares, covering my short position. And they just went ahead and covered that. So I think that's why we probably saw that. Because down at these prices, it is very risky for shorts to hang on to these short positions at this price. Because it's not going to take much volume to drive that stock up 20, 30, 40%. It just won't. It's a low market cap right now, $360 million market cap for METATERRY. It won't take much buying pressure to send this up 20, 30, 40%. And going back over here, short borrow fee is still sitting at a 31.23, so still pretty expensive to borrow considering how many available shares we have at that brokerage. But look at this here though. So FINRA, the dark pools, they took in a total volume almost 4.9 million. And they shorted almost 60% of that, guys. Almost 60%. So they were very heavy. And if you go to aggregate short volume ratio, 60.25%. They traded over 5.8 million aggregate between these brokerages, which is the FINRA, the CBOE, and the PSX. And here you can see 60% of it was short. So that's what I'm saying. 60% of that was short, guys. So that is all I got for you in today's video. I think we'll know tomorrow how CPI is, because we're going to see our brokerage either very green or very red. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. Go check out the previous video if you want to see a lot of in-depth information about the $15 special dividend from Oasis and Whiting. And I will catch you all next video, guys. Peace.